What's going on, beautiful people? I'm Carl.Anthony, and welcome to my home. Come on in. Wow, it is almost that time of year that we have all been waiting for. It is almost Christmas, and I am so excited. For those of you that have been on this journey with me, you have seen me go room to room, step by step, outfit by outfit. Yes, honey, I have put this entire home together and giving you all the looks. Yes, I have. So today is the day that we put it all together and I give you all a tour of my entire home. But before we do so, how about we take a look at what all of these spaces looked like just last year using the ice storm. So sit back, relax, bundle up, and enjoy. Heard me say this a million times, and I will say it a million times more. Last year's theme was absolutely beautiful, but I do believe this year I have topped myself, if I do say so myself. And speaking of this year, for those of you that are new, my theme this year is a classic Christmas, and that is where I wanted to use all of the nostalgic memories from my childhood, and I wanted to be able to recreate them all throughout my home, starting with this moment right here. And I love to create a moment. My home is a moment, and I am a moment. Now, you all are joining me in the entryway of my home. Now, it is, again, my belief that your entryway is not only the welcome to your home, it is the welcome letter to all of your Christmas decorations. So why not create a unique moment and a beautiful experience for all of your guests this Christmas season? And I did so starting with this beautiful garland right in front of me. Now, this is not store-bought, honey. This is off the runway, okay? You cannot go and buy this in the store. This is using two of the principles that I always live and breathe by. It was curated by taking my time and being creative. And I always preach that. This took me a few days to create. And again, it is just a labor of love. Now, speaking of the nostalgic moment or memory that I have from my childhood, this is exactly how my mom used to decorate. This is exactly some of the things that she used to use all throughout her home throughout the year and during Christmas, especially the colors that you see here. I love just how this came out. Now, this is a few garlands put all together. It has picks, it has sprays, it has more cut up garland put in between to kind of give it more texture and more volume. I have used just so many picks from all over to kind of create this moment. And let me tell you, I love a garland that not only is full, but also is dramatic. And do you see how it goes all the way down to the floor? space that I adore so much. And one of the reasons why is because I intentionally styled it to be simple but effective. And I did that by adding this wood tone bowl here, filling it with some ornaments that are found on my tree, my nostalgic moment, this letters to Santa box, these candle holders, and then my prized possession, the Arha's reindeer head that I love so much. I completed the look by adding this wreath, and it is all illuminated by this wonderful picture light. Now, I read your comments from my previous video of my entryway where a lot of you said, Carl, that is not simple. So I'm going to meet you in the middle. We're going to call it a simple, dramatic moment. That is what we will call it, okay? But the garland plus this area here all tied together is definitely a beautiful entryway, and it is breathtaking. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Now, welcome to my formal living room area. We are joined by two very special things in this room, one of which is the tree behind me that I've affectionately named Duchess, because she is the 9-foot Grand Duchess tree from the Home Depot. And when I tell you this tree is beautiful, this tree is absolutely beautiful, and I'm just thankful that I was able to get my hands on one this year. I had a lot of fun decorating this tree. This tree is filled with so many picks and sprays, ornaments, you name it. I cut up garland, put it in there because I wanted it to be full. I wanted to have a lot of volume, and I also wanted it to match the garland on my stairwell. Again, this tree is one of my favorites that I've been able to decorate it and listen in all of her glory. She is beautiful just by herself. We're also joined by my Christmas bear, and for those of you that don't know the story of this little bear, I got him at a very young age from my grandmother, and I use him every single year to decorate with in my home. Now, this year, he's going to be joined by a very special friend, which I'll be sharing with you at the very end of this video. But to complete the space in this room, listen, I have this tray with these beautiful ornaments, the candles that I love the most, my wooden tree that I was able to pick up earlier this year, and then tying it all together using that same tone, those wood tones and all of that, is this huge wooden ball here that I'm using as an oversized ornament. Again, this space is so beautiful. It's so welcoming. And while it's its own room, since I have an open concept, it is definitely considered to be a part of that welcome letter for all of my guests when they enter my home for the Christmas season. Feast your eyes on this. Not only did I want my dinner guests to look good in their best attire, I wanted them to feel good. So I wanted them to feel sexy and beautiful, and having dinner by candlelight is definitely going to achieve that moment. So imagine sitting here, the lights are low, all of the candles are on, and then you have a beautiful view of Duchess, and then my beautiful arrangement over here on the left. It is going to be a moment. I completed this table by adding some beautiful fabric, these different variations of candle holders, my gold utensils, my plates, this ornament. It is definitely that regal but sexy and beautiful moment. And the one thing that I love most about Christmas is that when it is nighttime and all of your Christmas lights come on, it illuminates your home. That is a moment. So sitting and having dinner by candlelight while all of the Christmas decorations are going is going to be a beautiful and spectacular view. I cannot wait. So now that you guys have seen where we're going to be having dinner, let me show you where dinner is going to be prepared. And that is in my magical but beautiful kitchen. So how many of you, when you're decorating for Christmas, actually take your decorations all through your home and include your kitchen? Well, if you are not, you should be. And one of the videos that I just recently posted was some kitchen inspiration on how you can use some leftover things and add them to your space in your kitchen to elevate the look. Give your friends and family something beautiful to look at and create some Christmas magic. I did that in this space, starting with my cabinets. As you can see at the very top of my cabinets, they don't go all the way up. So one of the things that I do every single year is I add garland. I filled it in just a little bit, add some extra twinkle lights to it, and it illuminated the cabinets so beautiful. And let me tell you, when it is dark outside and just the cabinets are lit up, it is so magical in here. From there, I worked my way on down to the counters, starting with that back counter and that beautiful nativity scene that I added. Let me tell you, I love this thing because I got it at the beginning of the year. And you know what? I wanted to use it in another space, but I didn't get the opportunity to do so. So what better way than to just add it to a space that was kind of just bland and boring in the back? I spray painted it gold, and that's something that I talk about in my other videos, getting creative. Everything that you have, whether or not you like the color of it or not, you can change the color, you can add something to it, take away from it, be creative. Now, do most people put a nativity scene in their kitchen? Probably not. But guess what? I did, and it created some Christmas magic for me. One of the other things that I did in this space that created that magical Christmas moment for me was adding these beautiful magnolias. Magnolias do mean holiday time. And what's so magical and special about these magnolias are, when I was a child, I climbed a magnolia tree in my grandmother's backyard every single summer. Guess what? These magnolias are from that same exact tree. So being able to have a piece of my grandmother in my home during the holiday season is magical and very special to me. So again, if you are not decorating your kitchens for Christmas, you should be. Create some Christmas magic in those spaces. And again, as I've always said in my videos, your Christmas decorations should flow all through your home during the Christmas season. So the time has come for you all to bundle up, because the forecast predicts snow, and I'm about to take you on a magical ride. So welcome to the last and final room on this tour, and I have truly saved the best for last. So you all have already met Duchess. Well, how about you meet her sister, and I call her Beauty. So take a look at this absolutely beautiful and stunning tree behind me. When I tell you this tree was created out of a labor of love, it was created out of a labor of love. And the reason why is because it helps me to live one of the most nostalgic memories from my childhood. And that is during Christmas it snowed. I am born and raised in Atlanta, and one of my childhood memories is always going out in the Christmas season and getting the opportunity to play in the snow. And so I got the opportunity to recreate that moment right here. So I have adorned this tree with, white flocking, white flowers, beautiful, beautiful ribbon, these absolutely gorgeous crystal ornaments, these golden white ornaments. It is absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. And when I tell you, when this tree is all lit up in the midnight hour, it is absolutely stunning. I love this tree so much. But listen, one of the other things that is a nostalgic moment for me from my childhood is not only playing in the snow, it is my love for trains. Oh my God, will you take a look at this absolutely beautiful train set? Listen, this train set was a completely different color, but with a little bit of magic and spray paint. I turned it all gold, and when I tell you, it is the completed look that this space needed. It just reminds me so much of my childhood. One of my memories that I have is that one year, my dad, who is an artist, created me this huge train set. I mean, it had the people, the town, the trees, the cars, and this wonderful train set. And I fell in love at that moment with trains as a child. And so being able to recreate that moment right here under this Christmas tree and combining my two loves, snow and trains, is absolutely magical. So for those of you that have followed me for some time, you know that every single year I get myself that one special thing that represents Christmas. Well, that one special thing is right here, and that is my newest addition to my collection, my toy soldier. When I tell you I love him, I love this thing. I recently just acquired him. I happened to be shopping around in the store, and he was tucked over in the corner, but he was silver. So guess what? I got creative, added some spray paint to him, and he has truly brought alive this space. When I tell you this thing is absolutely gorgeous, it is heavy, it is solid, and I have fallen in love with it. And again, it is the one thing that this space needed to complete the look. So him plus everything else in this space helps me to relive my childhood. It's very playful, very whimsical, very nostalgic for me. So I am so glad to be adding him to my collection for this year's Classic Christmas. So the time has come for me to be able to share something very personal with you all. Earlier in the video, I talked about my little Christmas bear and me adding a little special friend for him this year. Well, that little special friend is right here. And the reason why I'm adding him is because he is a great placeholder for my little one, Koi, that I lost, unfortunately, during this process. I cannot tell you how difficult it was going through this process, filming, setting up this camera, creating content, and still grieving. I unfortunately lost Koi unexpectedly. For those of you out there that are connected to my Instagram, you know the story of Koi and me losing him. And when I tell you, it has shaken me to my core and it has completely broken my heart into a million pieces. This part alone, I have probably filmed it a million times just to try to get myself together and not cry on camera. But I do want to take the opportunity to say thank you to all of you that have sent me well wishes and condolences. Those of you that have written me, sent me comments, I am so grateful for you. This year, I have decided to dedicate this Christmas to Koi because we loved Christmas together. We spent 13 years together. And when I tell you, those of you out there will say, well, it's just a dog. Listen, he was my dog. I had him, again, for 13 years. He was my best friend, my constant, my everything. And again, to lose him in this process has been one of the most difficult things that I've ever had to experience in my life. It was even more challenging to film and get knocks at the door and get flower deliveries during this time. But listen, all of your energy, your positive affirmation, you all connecting to me has definitely kept me motivated. For those of you out there that sent me cards, that sent me flowers, well wishes, condolences, I feel your energy. And again, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you. While my Christmas will look very different for my family and I do hope that your Christmas is magical and special. As I always say, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. But more importantly, if you do nothing else this year, I want you to spend it with the ones that you love the most. Until next time, everyone, stay beautiful, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.